Okay. So we start with the second lesson, Introduction to HTML and Basic Tags of HTML. In the last chapter, we had seen some terminologies which we will be using very frequently during the creation of website. We had seen what do you mean by website, what do you mean by web page, what do you mean by web client, what do you mean by web server, what do you mean by what are the different types of website. Out of it, the two most important things which we have to always remember is a web server and a web client. What is a web client? A machine or a user or a browser which sends a request for any type of service or any type of a data to the server is considered to be as a web client. What is a web server? A machine which takes a request or which accepts the request of a user, searches for the data which a user has asked for, and then it provides that data on the machine of a user. Okay. So we had also seen that if we can always request for a web page as well as we can request for any kind of application or any kind of a software. So let it be any type of a request, all the request will be reached to the web server, and then it is a duty of a web server to search that information and give it back to the web client. Okay. So in the second lesson, we will be studying about the HTML, how or what is HTML, what are the different tags of HTML, and how you use these tags or how do you use this HTML programming language to design your own website. Okay. So first, what is HTML? What does HTML stands for? It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Okay. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. You can take a book and a pen and sit next to you. I will be telling you in the entire chapter that what all type of questions can be expected in your oral exam. Okay. So you can keep on writing it as a running note. So what is HTML? It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This might be asked only definition or what is HTML entirely by the teacher to you all during oral exam. Now, what is it? It is a standard markup language for creating the web pages. So why is this language used? This language is used for creating your web pages. And what is your web page? A page which gives you all the information, whichever information is requested by the user. So it is nothing but a page which contains text, which can contain graphics, which can contain animations, which can contain photos, videos, anything. Okay, so a page combination of text, graphics, audios, video, anything is called as web page. And this language is used for creating such kind of web pages. Okay. So HTML describes the structure of a web page. So how is the structure of that web page? Who is going to describe? It will be described by this HTML language. It consists of various series of elements. That means there are many elements which can be used in your HTML. So we are going to study each and every elements in detail in the chapter. Okay, so we have certain block level tags, we have text tags, we have paragraph tags, we have line tags. All these are nothing but called as the elements of HTML. Okay, HTML elements tell the browser how to display the content. So now what I as a user will be doing, I will learn this HTML language. I will use the elements of the HTML language, and then I will ask a browser to display that particular programming into a content form. Okay, how is this going to happen? We will see by using a one simple example. Okay, so for now, just remember that HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is a language which is used for creating the web pages, and it has some structure, and we have to follow that structure. That structure includes various types of elements. By using those elements, we can design a web page, and then we can display that web page on a web browser. Okay. So see, this is a simple HTML document. That means a simple HTML page. Now I will be explaining you each and every line, and then I will show you how does it execute. Okay. So first line is opening anchor bracket, exclamation mark, doc type HTML. Now see, whenever you write any programming language, you do not have to miss any of the things. Any of the things means what? Agar opening anchor bracket hai, to aapko anchor bracket hi use karna hai. If you wish to use square bracket, not allowed. If you wish to use curly bracket, not allowed. So whatever is the structure, whatever is the syntax, whatever is the format, you are supposed to write in the same format. एक भी point dot slash आगे पीछे हो गया, the program will not run. Okay. So first is doc type HTML, then is the HTML tag, then is the head tag, then you have a title tag where the title of the page is page title. Then you have a head tag closing, then a body tag opens where you have H1 written as some heading, P written as some paragraph, then the body closes and then the HTML closes. Now let us see the meaning of each and every line. So the first line was doc type HTML. Now what is this doc type HTML? It is a declaration which defines the document is a HTML5 document. Now there are different versions of HTML, HTML 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I want to specify that this is a program written in HTML5, how do I tell the system, or how do I tell the web browser that it is a HTML5 document? By writing this doc type. Okay. So if you do not write doc type, your program will still run, but it will not run with an HTML5 version. Okay. So if you don't write this, it is a web page which is prepared without using the version HTML5. So now the latest version is the HTML5. And how does a web browser identifies whether it is HTML5 or not? By using this declaration, writing at the first line. Okay, you cannot write this line anywhere, wherever you wish. It has to be the very first line of the web page. Okay. Next is the HTML tag. Now what is HTML tag? HTML tag or HTML element is a root element of an HTML page. Now every one of us has seen the tree. How is a tree? It has roots, it has a branch, stem, it has branches, it has leaves, it has flowers, like this. So without a root, can a tree stand? No. So we consider root as a very important part of a tree. So similarly, when we write a HTML coding language, if there is no HTML tag, your web page will never run, because it will not understand what type of programming language is being used. Okay. So this HTML element or this HTML tag has to be written every time after this doc type. Why? Because it is considered to be the root of the entire HTML page. So if you are not mentioning this doc type, your first line will be HTML tag. But if you are mentioning this doc type, your second line always has to be HTML tag. Okay. Next is the head tag. How it is written? HTML कैसे लिखते हैं? You have to open the anchor bracket, type HTML, close the anchor bracket. Okay. Second is the head tag. What is that head tag or a head element? It contains meta information about the HTML page. Now, meta information means more information. So if I want to mention more information, how am I supposed to mention that more information? By using the head tag. Now, if you see any web page, do you find only one line in the web page? No, there are multiple lines, there are multiple pictures, multiple audios, multiple videos. How are they embedded into, or how are they added? They are added inside the HTML tag with this head tag. Why? Because what is head tag telling? It is giving you more information about the HTML page. So to add more information, we always have to use this head tag. Next is the title tag. What does the title tell you? It specifies the title of the HTML page. Now every page has a title, every book has a title. So how do we mention the title? We mention the title of a web page by using the tag called as title tag. Okay. It is always shown in the browser's title bar or in the web or in the page tag, where you can see this title whenever you run the program. So if it is opening in the Chrome browser, the title will be shown in the Chrome's title bar. Or if you are opening it in a second page, that is a new page, then it will be seen in the page tag. Now, how is that browser going to open? How is the page going to open? That we will see when we execute this one simple program. Okay. Next is a body tag or a body element. What does this body tag or element tells? It is the document's body, and it contains all the visible contents. Whatever you can see in the web page, where is that contents added? Those contents are added inside the body tag. Okay, if you want any heading, headings are inside body tag. If you want any image, image is inside the heading tag. If you want to put any hyperlink, those hyperlink is in the body tag. If you want to show a table or display the timetable online, how is a table made? It is made inside the body tag. Okay, if you want to show some list that you have these many students in first year, and if you want to show that in the web page, how is that list made? It is made by using inside the body tag. Okay, so whatever headings, whatever contents, images, graphics, animation, whatever you want to put, that is always added inside the body tag. Now next was the H1 tag and the P tag. For now, just remember that H stands for heading and P stands for paragraph. अगर मुझे वेब पेज पे हेडिंग लिखना है तो I will use H, पैराग्राफ लिखना है तो I will use P. Both the details of both the tags are explained ahead in the slides. For now, just remember H is the heading of the page and P is the paragraph inside the page. Okay. So are you clear with all the elements?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
I will
ma'am.
take a quick
Yes,
revision. I will take quick revision. Document type, the first line is used if it is HTML5. It is not necessary you have to use this line, but make a practice because it is the part of a latest version. So if you use this line, it is assumed that you are writing a HTML language by using the version 5 of it. Now, first tag is the HTML tag, which is nothing but the root tag. Second is the head tag. Now, what is this head tag used? It is used to give the more detailed information about the HTML page. Next is the title tag. If you want to give a title to your page, web page, or to your browser, you make use of the title tag. Next is you have closed the head tag. You have opened the body tag. What is that body tag? It is used for adding all the contents. Let it be text, graphics, animation, videos, audios, whatever you want to put in your web page, that everything is added inside the body. So what we have added for this page right now, we have added one heading and one paragraph. Suppose if you have added everything and if you want to stop, that means if you don't want to add anything more, how do you indicate it? You indicate it by closing the body. So how do you close a body? By the backslash. Okay. So when I have a backslash with a body, this indicates that you have finished writing all the contents and now you're going to close it. And the last is the close of the HTML tag. Close of the HTML tag is this closing of the root element. This means that everything with respect to that particular web page is being written, and now the user will not write anything. Whatever you write after this will not be displayed on the web page. It will either show you the error or it will not display anything. Now, where are you supposed to write this program? It is written on an editor. Which is the editor of your computer? It is your notepad. Okay, so I will share a screen and I will show you how you are supposed to execute this program.
Ma'am,
Yes.
if you want to make some website, तो हमें सब कुछ रटना पड़ेगा.
रटना नहीं पड़ेगा, इसको समझना है. You see, remember one thing, you can never ratify any of the programming. ये आपको 4 लाइन का है. आप जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ते जाओगे 50-100 लाइन का प्रोग्राम भी आएगा. आप 100 लाइन का प्रोग्राम रट सकते हो तो इट इज वेरी गुड. रटोगे और तो अच्छे इंजीनियर नहीं बन पाओगे. उतना ध्यान में रखो. कोई भी चीज समझ के की जाती है कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग में. रट के तो कोई भी आगे बढ़ सकता है. बट यू विल रियलाइज दिस व्हेन यू गो एंड वर्क इन अ कंपनी. So this you have asked to me. Do not dare to ask to anybody else. So to run this program, what are you supposed to do is you have to open a notepad. Okay. So every one of you know how to open a notepad. Okay. So I have opened a notepad and I have copied a program in the notepad. Okay. Okay, so I have all the things mentioned. Let me just check. Document type indicates that it is HTML5. I have a root tag open. I have a root tag closed. I have body open. I have body closed. I have written whatever I wanted to write inside body. So whatever I have written inside the body will be displayed on my web page. I have a head tag. I have a head tag closing, and I have a title. Okay. Now to save this, you are supposed to go to File and click on Save As. Okay, save as wherever you want. If you want to put it in the desktop, you put it in the desktop. If you want to put it into any of your folders, you put wherever you want. Now, when you save this, you save with whatever name you want. I will be saving as simple. The name of my file will be simple. Now, you do not have to save this as a text file. Since you want to create it as a web page and you want to display it on the browser, you are supposed to save it with the extension called as HTML. Okay, so you give the name to the file and save it with an extension called as .html. This will convert your text file into your web page. Okay, click on save. Now let us go and see. It has converted my HTML file into a into an HTML file. Okay. So now if I want to run this, what am I supposed to do? Double click on that particular page. When I double click, see, you will get a browser. In a browser, your web page will be open with a title called as page title. Why? Because the title given to your program was a page title. You had written only 2 lines inside your body. Which were those 2 lines? Let us just read. The first line was my first heading. So that is there over here, my first heading. Along with that, you had also written my first paragraph full stop. So that is also displayed, my first paragraph full stop. Now let us type and see something without giving any tag. I haven't used any of the tag. Let us see it is giving me any kind of a output or not. See, it is giving me a type of output. Why? Because I have mentioned it inside the body. So whatever you write inside the body, everything will be displayed. Why? Because the body tag is used to display everything inside your browser, whatever you have typed. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is how we have seen that how are we supposed to display the first basic page of the HTML. Okay. Now let us see the next topic, that is how is the structure of an HTML tag. So how is the structure of an HTML tag? We have a HTML as a root element. Inside that we have a head. Inside the head tag, we always specify the title of the page, and then we close the head tag. Then we open the body tag. We write whatever we want to write inside the body tag by using certain elements or tags. Which are those tags? For example, like heading, paragraph, and so on. After we have written everything, we will be closing the body part, and then we will close the HTML part. Okay. Now what is written in the form of a note? The content inside the body section will be displayed in the browser. So did you see I added 2-3 lines, random lines, and all those lines were displayed on the browser. Why? Because I had mentioned it inside the body. So whatever you write inside the body, everything will be displayed on the browser. The content inside the title element will be shown in the browser's title bar or on the page title bar. So did you see the title of the page? Yes, the title of the page was as it is, the one with which we had mentioned in the programming language. So I had written page title. So similarly, the page title was also used while displaying in the browser's title bar. Okay, so this is what is the structure of your HTML. You always have to include all these tags, which opening of HTML, closing of HTML, opening of head, closing of head, opening of body, closing of body, opening of title, closing of title. Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
apart from this, whatever we will learn ahead, all this can be added as extra into your body. But if your HTML page does not have these basic tags, your program will never run or your web contents will never be displayed. Is that clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us see again the first line, that is the doc type declaration. What is a doc type declaration? It represents that it is a type of a document. Therefore, it is called as doc type. So doc type means what? It is a type of a document. And it helps the browser to display the web page correctly. It must only appear once, and where it should appear at the top of the page. But before what? Before HTML. As I said that should be the first line if you are using it. If you do not want to use it, it is okay. It will not recognize as an HTML5 type of a page. But if you are using, what are you supposed to remember? That it should be the very first line of the program. You cannot write anywhere wherever you want. So the doc type declaration is not case sensitive. Not case sensitive means what? Now if you can see, it is written in capital. If you want, if you can write it in the small case also. So it is not case sensitive means what? We do not have to follow strict rule where to put it in the uppercase or lowercase or sentence case. It is not case sensitive means you can write it in the uppercase also. You can write it in the lowercase also. Okay. Then how do you define it? You define it by opening the anchor bracket, exclamation, doc type, that is document type, HTML, and close the anchor tag. So if you want to write the doc type, you're supposed to write it in this way. Is that clear? And where it is to be written? On the very first line of the page. If you do not want to mention, it is okay. You cannot mention also. If you want to write it in the small case, you can write it in the small case also. Why? Because it is not case sensitive. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
second thing is character encoding. Now, every one of us knows that a computer understands only one language, which is that one language, binary, in the form of zeros and ones. Computer को जो English लिखा वो समझ में नहीं आएगा. It will understand only one language, that is binary. Either उसको zero समझ में आता है या फिर उसको one समझ में आता है. तो अभी कंप्यूटर कैसे डिस्प्ले करता है जो हमने लिखा? It converts a human language into machine language and again machine language back to human language. Now listen carefully. When I write something, how do I write? I write by using the keyboard. Does keyboard contain only two keys, zeros and one? No. We have A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, some numbers, some characters, everything. So how do I give an input? I write whatever I wish. If I want to write my name, I will type NITIPATEL. Okay, this is what I have written. Now, what does a computer do after it gets the input in a human language? It converts that human language into machine. That means what? NITIPATEL gets converted into 0 and 1. So when it is getting converted into 0 and 1, what does it mean? A human language is converted into a machine language. Why it is done? So that a computer can understand. Once a computer has converted into zeros and 1, computer will operate in 0 and 1. After the operation is being completed, if it wants to display something on the computer screen, will it display in 0 and 1? No. It will display in the same language which is understood by the user. So what will computer again do? It will convert that machine language back to the human language and then it will display it on the screen. So whatever is happening, conversion of human to machine, machine to human, cannot be seen by the user. It is done by the processor which is there inside your system. Every one of you knows what is processor. सबको पता है ना processor क्या होता है?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
brain
Yes,
of
ma'am.
the brain of your computer is called as a processor. So all that conversion work, दिमाग लगाने का काम कौन करता है? It is done by the processor. And it is displayed in the same way to the user, in the way the user understands. Okay, that is what we call it as a encoding part, encoding as well as decoding. तो जब भी ह्यूमन से मशीन में कन्वर्ट किया उसको बोलेंगे एनकोड, और मशीन से यूजर को वापस कन्वर्ट किया उसको बोलेंगे डिकोड. Okay, that encoding and decoding work is always done by the computer itself inside the processor, and then it is given as output to the user. Okay, now it also uses different type of encodings or different types of encoding standards. So one of the very familiar or most commonly used encoding type is called as ASCII. Okay, ASCII type of encoding. Now ये ASCII कैसे convert होता है that you will learn when you go to third semester. ठीक है, जो मैंने बोला NITI ये ASCII में कैसे convert होगा ये आप कभी सीखोगे when you go to third semester. Right now just remember that your every character which you type gets converted into an ASCII, which is nothing but either binary and then binary to ASCII. Okay, now what is that? ASCII is a first character coding standard. So आपका web page HTML कौन सा टाइप का कोडिंग यूज करता है? कैरेक्टर कोडिंग. इट मेक्स यूज ऑफ एन ASCII कैरेक्टर कोडिंग. Now what does that ASCII character coding include? It uses 128 different alphanumeric characters. That means it can identify 128 types of different characters. What do they include? Numbers from 0 to 9, English letters from A to Z, and some special characters like this: exclamation, dollar, plus, minus, opening bracket, closing bracket, anchor tags, @ etc. तो आपके कीबोर्ड पे जो भी आपको दिख रहा है, जो भी कीज आपको दिख रहा है, you press any key, that key will always get converted into ASCII form and then it will be displayed on your web page. Okay, so वो directly web page पे नहीं दिखाएगा. It will first perform the ASCII character coding and then it will display it on the computer page or on your browser page. Is that clear? Along with this ASCII character coding, you have one more character coding which is used in HTML5, which is that it is nothing but UTF-8. Again, all the characters or all the keys that you find on the keyboard, all those keys are there in UTF-8 also. ठीक है, तो जो भी ASCII में है वो सारे आपके UTF-8 में भी है. Along with that, some extra recognition of the characters based on different languages, that is also there inside UTF-8. Okay, now if you want to type something in, say, suppose Turkish language, so now that is not there on your keyboard, but you write in English, it will automatically get converted into that Turkish language. How is that possible in the web page? By using this UTF-8. तो अगर आप HTML5 यूज कर रहे हो तो उसका एक स्पेशल सिंटैक्स है, वो सिंटैक्स आप यूज करो, it will get converted into that specific language. Why it will get converted? Because you have that character conversion called as UTF-8. Is that clear? So everything you type does not get directly displayed on the screen as it is. It has to perform some type of encoding, and that encoding is done either by using ASCII encoding format or UTF-8 encoding format. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So now every one of us saw the first basic program. We also saw how to save that program. We also saw how to... Yes.
Please explain the encoding again. No.
See what is done in encoding. Whenever I type something, computer doesn't understand my language. In short, computer doesn't understand English. It will neither understand Hindi nor Marathi nor Gujarati, nothing. It understands only one language, that is called as binary, and binary means 0 and 1. So to make computer understand my language or whatever is a user language, some type of encoding is done. That encoding is called as character encoding. There are two types of character encoding, ASCII and UTF-8. What does this both encoding include? They include all the keys which are there on your keyboard. ठीक है, तो आपने अगर A प्रेस किया तो कंप्यूटर को A समझेगा क्या? नहीं. क्यों? क्योंकि कंप्यूटर को क्या समझता है? सिर्फ 0 और 1. तो कंप्यूटर क्या करेगा? वो A को 0 1 में कन्वर्ट करेगा. तो ये कन्वर्ट करने का काम कौन करता है? ASCII कैरेक्टर एनकोडिंग स्टैंडर्ड. ओके, again, if it is some, if the input is given in some different language, suppose if I write something in Marathi, will computer understand Marathi? नहीं. तो कंप्यूटर को वो मराठी में कौन कन्वर्ट करके कौन समझा के देगा? अ टाइप ऑफ अ कैरेक्टर कोडिंग स्टैंडर्ड कॉल्ड एज UTF-8. अंडरस्टूड? So whatever conversion, yes, whatever conversion is happening from your language to the computer language is done by the character encoding. Suppose if I stay in US, I do not know Marathi. If you come and talk to me in Marathi, will I understand anything? No. There has to be some person who acts as a translator, correct? So that translator is nothing but your character encoding, who is taking my input in English and trying to explain my thing to that Marathi person. Okay? So now next is the HTML elements. So we have seen that your HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language, contains certain elements on your web page. What are those elements that we will be seeing now? So an HTML element is always defined with a start tag, some content, and an end tag. Now see, this is your HTML tag, H1. What did I say? HTML tag contains a start tag, some content and an end tag. तो इसका start tag क्या है? H1. Content क्या है? My first page. Sorry, my first heading. और end tag क्या है? Closing of H1. Again, take an example of paragraph P. P start कैसे हो रहा है? Open the anchor bracket, write P, close the anchor bracket. So this is nothing but the start tag. My first paragraph is what is the content. What is the closing of your paragraph? Backslash P is the closing. So कोई भी element ले लो, हर एक element को open tag होता है, that is start tag. कुछ तो contents होता है और कुछ एक close tag होता है और end tag होता है. So let us say HTML. HTML is an element. It has a start tag. It has some contents and then it has a close tag. Let us take an example of a body element. Body element has a start tag. It has some contents and it has a end tag. Again, take an example of a head element. Head element has a start tag. It has a content and then it has a close tag. Take an example of title. Title has a start tag. It has some contents and it has a close tag. Are you understanding? So every element that you write, every element has a start tag. It has some contents and it has a end tag. So what is that tag name? Is nothing but the start of the tag. Then you have a contents, again closing of a tag, which is nothing but the end tag. So how is the tag closed? By using this backslash. जो नाम से open किया है वही नाम से close होगा, but by using the backslash in forward to the name. And that backslash is used only when you want to close. Open के time पे backslash नहीं use होता है. Open के time पे सिर्फ नाम, closing के time पे backslash with the name. Is this understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So what we have seen, we have seen H1 and P as a tags. So क्या देखा उसमें? H1 का start was H1. How was the closing of H1? Backslash written with H1. Opening of P tag was only P, but closing or end was backslash with P. Let us take example of body. Body, while opening it was only body, but while closing it was backslash with body. Okay? And whatever you write inside it is nothing but the content. Now you can see something over here. Sorry. Can you see the PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can
Yes,
you see
ma'am.
the last
Yes,
tag
ma'am.
as break, BR? Can you see that last tag written as BR, break?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Now if you
Yes,
see,
ma'am.
it is opened by writing BR. How it should get closed?
No, ma'am.
Backslash BR.
Yes, it should get closed with a backslash BR. But what is written at the end tag? None. Why? Because there are many tags in HTML which does not require closing. So even if they are not closed, they will display you the output on the screen. So one such type of element which does not require an end tag is the break element. Okay. We will be seeing this in more detail and how does it work, that also I'll show you. Okay. So most of the element, 99% all the elements have a start and the end, but there are very few which can work without the end tag also. Okay. So see, some HTML elements have no contents like break, and these elements are called as empty elements, and empty elements do not have an end tag. So what is this BR, break? It is nothing but an empty element. Why it is empty element? Because it is having no contents and it does not have any end tag also. So what is the use of this break is we will be seeing when we execute one of the program. Clear? Is this understood up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let us go to the next topic, that is nested HTML element. Now we have seen what is HTML. We know what are HTML elements also. So let me ask to someone what is HTML first. Meet, what is HTML? Meet, Panchal, are you there? See, if you do not answer, it is either assumed that you have just put the lecture on and you have gone somewhere. Please unmute yourself. I am not going to read the chat every time, whatever you answer. Martin, what is HTML?
Ma'am, HTML is a hypertext markup language.
You will say, if you say only this much to the external, did external ask you what is the full form of HTML? Did I ask you what is full form of HTML?
No.
I asked you what is HTML.
HTML is a computer language.
Why that language is used?
It is used for creating web pages.
Yes, it is used for creating and displaying the contents on your web page. So it is a programming language used for displaying the contents on the web page. Next, Mitali, can you tell me what is HTML elements? Mitali. First of all, turn your camera on.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, what is HTML elements?
HTML elements is a root element.
It is a root element. What is the function of that root element?
It defines the whole HTML document.
It defines the whole HTML document. Okay, what does that HTML element contain?
Start tag, some content, and end tag.
Yes, correct. It contains a stat tag, it contains some elements and some contents, and then it contains a end tag. But can I have the elements which do not have an end tag?
Yes, one BR.
But what is that such type of elements called? They are called as Park. What are those elements called?
Miss, they are called as empty elements.
Yes, they
which
are called
do not
as
require
empty
any end tag.
elements because they do not have any end tag, neither they have any contents. Therefore, they are called as empty elements.
Empty elements.
Okay. So, can you give me some example of the elements, Janil?
HTML, body, paragraph, heading, title.
Okay, correct. Okay. So now let us go to the next topic, that is nested HTML elements. Now what is nested HTML elements? The HTML elements can be nested, which means what? The elements can contain some another elements. Okay, so if an element has one more element inside it, we call it as a nested HTML elements. All the HTML documents consist of a nested HTML elements. Now let us see the example. So what I want to say over here is, what is nested HTML element? An HTML element inside an HTML element is called as nested HTML elements. Okay. So now I have opened a document type HTML. I have opened a HTML tag. So can I say this HTML, which I am pointing right now, is an element? Yes. So if this element has one more element inside it, before it gets closed, I call it as a nested element. HTML ओपन हुआ, उसके अंदर बॉडी है, H1 है, P है, फिर बॉडी क्लोज हुआ, फिर HTML क्लोज हुआ. तो HTML ओपन और क्लोज होने के पहले I have total 1, 2, 3 more elements inside it. Yes or no? Which are those 3? One is the body, one is H, one is P. So if I have an element inside an element, I consider it as a nested HTML elements. Again, if you see an example of body, I have opened the body element over here, I have closed it over here. उसके अंदर या उसके बीच में कोई और एलिमेंट्स है क्या? है. कौन से है? H1 और P. So can I call body also as a nested HTML element? Yes. Why? Because body के अंदर I have H1 and I have P. But can I say H1 is a nested HTML element? No. Why?
No.
Because H1 open होता है और डायरेक्ट क्लोज हो जाता है. उसके बीच में मैंने कोई एलिमेंट ओपन नहीं किया है, कोई भी क्लोज नहीं किया है. So I cannot say that H1, only H1 line is the nested HTML element. It is only HTML element. Again, P, can I call it as nested element or only element? I will call it as only element and not the nested one. Why? Because वो open होता है और directly close हो जाता है. उसके बीच में कोई भी tag neither open हो रहा है, neither close हो रहा है. Okay. So if I open something or open any of the element and if I mention more sub elements into it, I call that as a nested HTML elements. Is that clear?
तो मिस डॉक टाइप
Yes, ma'am.
HTML भी नहीं होगा ना नेस्टेड एलिमेंट आई थिंक.
No, doc type is not an HTML element. It is a declaration. Okay. There is a difference in HTML elements and declaration. Declaration means it is the first line and written to identify something. Okay. So now see, whatever I have explained you over here, all that is mentioned over here. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Now see, what is written, you are never allowed to skip any of the end tag. Because what will happen if you skip the end tag, some of the contents will not be displayed correctly if you do not write the end tag. Okay. So if you have started this P and if you forget to close this P, many a times it might happen that this line is not displayed. Okay. So if you see, remember that if you have opened the tag, you always have to end it also. If you do not end it or if you skip to end it, it might happen that this line will not display properly on your web browser. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let us see what is empty HTML elements. So we had seen that some of the elements of HTML can be used without closing of the end tag or without using the end tag. And all those elements which do not have the end tag are considered to be as the empty elements. Or if they do not have the contents, they are considered to be as a empty elements. So we had seen one of the example BR as the empty element. What does that BR stands for? It is nothing but a break. BR stands for break. P stands for paragraph. H stands for headline. Similarly, BR stands for break. Now, what is that break doing? The break tag defines the line break and it is the empty element without a closing tag. That means you have, if you want to use a break, how we are supposed to use? Only use opening tag of the break as it does not have any end tag. So it is not necessary to close that tag. What is that tag used for? It is used to break a line. Okay, break a line means what? A continuous line hai, and if you want to break that line, you are supposed to use the tag called as break tag. Okay, now let us see the example of the break tag. Before that, okay, let us see the example and then we will see. Okay, is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what I have written, I have started it with the declaration doc type, opened HTML, then I have opened HTML, I have closed the HTML, I have opened the head, mentioned the title, closed the title, closed the head, opened the body, written whatever I wanted to write inside the body. So whatever I have written will be displayed it on the screen as I have written inside the body. and I have closed the body with an end tag, closed the HTML with the end tag. So this is the opening of this HTML. This is the close of HTML, opening of the body and close of the body. Now inside body, what I have written is I have written H1 and I have written a paragraph. So I have written a heading as my first heading. I have written a paragraph. What is written in the paragraph? That my first paragraph, hello, welcome to web design lecture. Today we are going to study about HTML and tags of HTML. After this, you have maths lecture. Then you belong to KJSP college. This is a big paragraph that I have written. Now, if suppose, let us see what is happening when I run this particular program. Okay, I will save this as it is. Let us go to the folder and run the program. Is whatever I have written, has it come on the screen? Yes. My first heading, my first paragraph, hello, welcome to web design lecture. Today we are going to study about HTML and tags of HTML. After this, you have maths lecture and you belong to KJSP college. So what is happening? Whatever I have written has appeared on the screen as it is. Okay. Now, if suppose I want to put a break, this is a continuous line, correct? Today we are going to study about HTML and tags. Okay. Now, if I want to put a break on a line, what do? I use a tag called as break tag. Will I require a close for this? No. Why? Because it is an empty tag. I will not require any close for it. Now, what we have to see is when I execute this program, how it should run. It should display my first paragraph. Hello, welcome to web design lecture. Today we are going to study about HTML. Till here it should display as it is. Then it should break, and in the next line it should display and tags of HTML. After this maths lecture, you belong to KJSP college. Okay. Why it should come on the second line? Because I have told that I want a break over here. After where? After HTML. So let us see whether it is getting break over there or not. See, after HTML, the line stopped there, and from and it got continued on the new line. So are you understanding what is the use of that break?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What it is doing, it is used to end at that particular line, and whatever is written after break, it will start from that particular new line. Let us see if I put a break over here. What will happen? Again, end and tags of HTML will be on one line, and after that, after this, you have maths lecture will be on new line. Why? Because I have inserted a break over there. So let us see. Did you see? After HTML, new line. Again, after this HTML, there is a new line. Are you understanding now what is the meaning of a break?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So wherever you put a break, what is the function of that break? It is used to break at that particular line, and whatever is written after that, it will start from a new line. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So can it function without an end tag?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Did I insert any of the end tag anywhere?
No.
So you have a empty tag called as break, which is used to break a line, and that tag does not require any end. It requires only the start. Understood? Okay. Let us see to the next. HTML is not case sensitive. Now it is not case sensitive means what? Can any of you tell me?
Means
Uppercase
caps
and
lock and
lowercase.
lowercase
Yes.
don't matter.
Yeah. Even if you write it in uppercase or you write in lowercase, it is not going to count. It will execute your program if the start tag, end tag, and if the structure is correct. Okay. So it is not case sensitive means you write it in uppercase or you write it in lowercase. It will just check the structure. If the structure is correct, it will execute your program. Is that clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what I have written, HTML tags are not case sensitive. So even if you use a capital P or you use same small p, your HTML is going to consider P for paragraph. Okay, and it will still execute. Understood? Even if it is H1, H2, H3, you use small h1 or you use capital H1, it will consider that H as heading and it will display that content as a heading on your screen. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Uppercase for the start and
So,
lowercase for the end tag.
sorry?
What will happen if we use the uppercase for the starting tag and use the lowercase for the end tag? Will it still work?
Okay. Okay, let us see if it is working or not. I will show you directly on the screen. Wait a minute. Let me open a notepad.
Okay, ma'am.
So for start tag, you want small p.
Yes.
And
And
for
the end
closing, you
tag,
want capital P. Okay.
capital T. Capital
Okay.
P.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me execute on the screen. Okay, so at the start, we have a small p, and at the end we have a capital P. Let us see if this is getting executed or not. It is not getting executed. Why? Because you are not using the same thing at the start and not using the same thing at the end. Understood? So if you use any one case, see to it that at both the ends you're going to use the same case. If you are using one capital, one small, system will not understand whether it is supposed to use or whether it is a correct form of a paragraph or a correct form of that particular HTML element or not. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So you are supposed to use same thing for that particular tag at same ends. If you are using capital, use capital at both the ends. If you are using small, small at both the ends. But you can change from element to element.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So now next topic is HTML attributes. Now what are HTML attributes? So far we have seen what is HTML, what is the structure of HTML, what are HTML elements. We have seen one example of empty element, which is break. Now we will see what is HTML attribute. So what is HTML attribute? HTML attributes provide additional information about the HTML elements. Attributes are always specified in the start tag. Attributes usually come in name or value pair, like name is equal to value. Now, if I say a name of a person as, say, suppose Janil. Now, what attributes a Janil has? Janil is the Janil has its own phone number. Janil has its email ID. Janil has its address. Janil has its favorite color. Janil has its favorite food. So, what is this food, color, address, phone number, email? These are nothing but the attributes. Attributes of which element? Attribute of an element called as student Janil. Okay. Now, if I say Pratham, so what is Pratham? Pratham is an attribute, sorry, element. What are the attributes of element Pratham? Again, it might be same, it might be different. Pratham likes to play cricket. So what is a cricket? It is a attribute. Pratham likes favorite color red. What is red? Red is a attribute. Pratham stays in Thane. Thane is what? It is a attribute. But what is Pratham? Pratham is a element. So whatever elements which we have seen right now, that is body, HTML, heading, paragraph, all these are elements. If these elements have the extra values or if they give more information, those information are nothing but called as HTML attributes. How are attributes defined? They are defined in a pair. What is a pair? Name equal to value. So if I say Janil, Janil ka attribute is color. So what is color? Color is a name. Color equal to red. What is red? Red is the value. So Janil was an element. Attribute of element Janil was color. but the name of the color was value as red. Are you understanding this? So if it be,
Yes, ma'am.
let it be any element, if that element has an attribute, that attribute will always be written in the form of name and value. Okay, let us see now how it is. So first attribute is href attribute. Okay, how is this href attribute used? It is
Ma'am.
used with a tag called as a tag. Why it is used? It is used to define a hyperlink. So the href attribute specifies a URL of the particular page that the link has to go. Now you suppose what was there in the page which I just shown you, we had a heading and we had a paragraph. ठीक है, उसमें कोई भी hyperlink था क्या? नहीं था. So if I want to add a hyperlink on a web page, can I add a hyperlink? Yes. How is that hyperlink added? That hyperlink is added by using a tag called as a. Okay, a tag. But with which attribute? With an attribute called as href. How it is written? See, a href. So a was a tag, href was the attribute. What is the value of that attribute? https www.w3schools.com and then closing of the anchor tag. So we can call this A. A stands for anchor tag. This A can also be called as an element which has a open and which has a close. But why we do not have a anchor bracket over here? Because we are having an associated attribute to it. What is that attribute? href is a attribute. So an element can have a attribute, and if it has a attribute, the attribute always has a value. Are you understanding this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Now see, what is happening over here is I have opened the tag. Sorry, I have opened the tag and I have closed it over here. Close means this is the start of the tag and this is the end of the tag. Let us see by executing it so that you will understand in a much better way. Let me copy the entire thing. Okay, so see what is written. I have a document type. HTML should be always there. HTML close will always has to be there. If you do not write this, whatever you write inside the body, still it is not going to appear. So HTML root has to be there. Again, body also has to be there because whatever you write inside the body will be displayed on the screen. If you do not write that, it won't be displayed. So what are we studying over here is we are studying a tag called as anchor tag. Okay. Why is this tag used? This tag is used to display the hyperlinks on the web page. Okay. If you want any of the hyperlinks to be displayed on the web page, you always have to make use of this anchor tag. How is this anchor tag used? It is used with a syntax called as A. Okay. How is the end of the anchor tag? You end it with a backslash. Okay. Is this clear up till here? So you start by using anchor tag can be started by using A and it can be closed by using, it can be closed by using backslash A. Is this clear up till here? Okay. Now, yes, we have a attribute to this A. ये जो A है उसको एक attribute है, ये element है, ये tag है, ये tag को attribute है. तो attribute कौन सा है? It is an attribute called as href. Okay, so the name of the attribute is href. What is the value? The value is www, that is written over here. The value is https www.w3schools.com. Okay. So since it is an attribute and it is a part of an anchor tag, it has to be written inside the start of the anchor tag. Okay. I repeat again. Since this href is a part of a anchor tag, start anchor tag, therefore it has to be written before it is closed. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
That means,
Yes, ma'am.
that means you cannot write it like this. If you write like this, what does this indicate? This is some kind of a text and it will be displayed as a text on the screen. It won't be displayed as a link or it won't be displayed as a hyperlink. Understood? If you want to display it as a hyperlink, you have to use href. And where you have to use href, you have to use before inside this tag itself. And then if you want, you can close that particular tag. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
hope till whatever I have marked, till this is understood to you. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So href is used to specify the entire URL. Always remember, URL has to be written inside this double quotes. Okay. Now what is this visit W3 school? This is nothing but the text which will be displayed as it is on the screen. And when you click on this particular text, at that time, this link will get open. Okay. And then this is the end of the anchor tag. So let us run this and see what is happening. So can you see that text, visit W3 school, which is written as it is, visit W3 schools. Now what will happen when I click? When I click, it should go to www.w3schools.com. So when I open, it should go to www.w3schools.com. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
If I want to change this, click here to open the W3 school page. Many a times you find like this also written on some of the website. So if I do this, what will happen? Instead of the text, this text will be displayed. So click here to open the W3 school. So when I click here, it will open the W3 school page. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So have you understood the anchor tag and how to use the attribute inside the anchor tag?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, what if we don't write a click here to open W3 schools?
Okay, let us see that also. Can you see my screen right now?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, wait. Can you see now?
yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So if I do not mention anything over here, what will happen? Let us see that. Do I know where I am supposed to click? No. That means there is no action which is getting performed or which is telling me to open that particular page. So writing this text over here is mandatory so that when I click on it, it will display me or it will take me to that particular page. Understood? That means what it is doing is this particular text is creating a link for this particular page. Understood?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
Let me share the presentation again. So we have understood how we are supposed to use attributes inside our HTML elements. So one of the attribute called as href attribute we have used inside the anchor tag. And what is the function of that href attribute? It is used to open the web page by mentioning or by specifying the link or by specifying the URL. Okay. Everyone knows what is URL?
Yes.
Uniform resource.
No.
Uniform resource locator.
It is uniform. See, whenever somebody is asking, what is URL, you never have to tell the full form of it. When I ask you full form, you give me the full form. If you give such type of answers to the external, external will straight away give you 0 in Viva. Did external ask you full form of URL? No. When I'm asking you what is URL, that means you have to define what is URL. See, URL is nothing but, correct, it is Uniform Resource Locator, which is the full form of URL, but that is nothing but the name of your website, and using that name, it is identified on the particular web page. So for identification of a particular website on a web page, we make use of a URL. So www.google.com is nothing but a URL. www.facebook.com is a URL. www.somaya.edu is a URL. Okay. Now, next type of an attribute is SRC attribute. So we have seen first attribute as href, which is used for giving or creating the hyperlinks. Second type of attribute is SRC attribute. Okay. Now this SRC stands for source. Okay. Where is this attribute used? This attribute is used with an image tag. How is image tag identified? Image tag is identified by using img. How it is closed? It is closed by using \img. Okay. Now let us see how is the working of this image tag, and how can we use the attribute source inside the image tag. Okay. So the image tag is used to embed an image in an HTML page. So if I want image on my HTML page, which tag I'm going to use for an image? I will be using this img tag. The source attribute specifies the path to the image to be displayed. Now, what is the function of this SRC attribute? The SRC attribute, which is used with this image tag, it is nothing but the source, which is telling me that what is the exact path of where your image is being located, or what is the name of that image which has to be displayed on the website. Okay. Let us execute this particular, or first let us understand. We have doc type written. I have opening of HTML. I have closing of HTML. I have opening of body. I have closing of body. So where is this image supposed to be mentioned? Inside the body. Why? Because I want to display it on the web page. So whatever I want to display on the web page has to be inside the body. Why is this image source, or sorry, why is this image tag used? To display some image on the web page. So if I want to give the path of that particular image or name of that particular image, I have to make use of a attribute. Which is that attribute? SRC. Again, if you see, have I mentioned this SRC inside the attribute itself or inside the element itself? Yes, it is mentioned inside the element itself. I have not closed the image over here. Since it is attribute, so I will first mention the attribute and then I will close the start tag. Clear? Now what is there in SRC? Image_girl.jpg. What is this? Nothing but the image which I want to display on the website. So I have downloaded an image of a girl and I have named that image as image_girl.jpg. Whatever is the name, I have to put that name into these two double quotes. And whatever is the name of the image, same has to be displayed over here. अगर image का नाम उधर girl लिखा है और सेव करते टाइम और इधर image girl लिखोगे तो वो नहीं ढूंढ पाएगा. तो जो नाम आपने डाउनलोड के टाइम सेव किया है वो ही नाम आपको इधर भी यूज करना है. Followed with the extension. If your extension is .png, you will write png. If your extension is bitmap, that is bmp, you will write bmp. If your extension is jpeg, you will write jpg. अगर एक्सटेंशन भी गलत दिया तो भी बहुत बार बहुत ब्राउजर्स इमेज डिस्प्ले नहीं करेंगे. ओके. आफ्टर दैट, कैन यू सी दिस टू वर्ड्स विड्थ एंड हाइट? व्हाट आर दोस? दोस आर नथिंग बट विड्थ एंड हाइट इनटू पिक्सेल्स. ठीक है, अभी इसके बारे में हम आगे पढ़ेंगे. तो व्हाट इज दिस विड्थ एंड हाइट? इट इज नथिंग बट द विड्थ एंड हाइट ऑफ अ इमेज दैट यू वांट टू डिस्प्ले ऑन द स्क्रीन. तो वो विड्थ मींस कितना? लेंथ. ठीक है, 500 pixels in width and 600 pixels in height. That much big your image will be displayed on the screen. Understanding? Now let us run the example.
Ma'am,
Yes.
we don't require an image close tag.
Yeah, it will. We will see this. Let us see step by step. This will come in the PPTs ahead. Wait. First, let us see what is happening with this code. Okay, so we have an image, and if you can see on the screen, I have already downloaded that image, image_girl.jpg. दोनों का नाम सेम है क्या? img_girl, img_girl.jpg.jpg, दोनों का नाम सेम है. Now I have added this particular image in the same folder जिधर मेरा program save है. If you see, inside chapter 2, I have my program also, I have my image also. So if both of them are at the same place, you do not have to specify the path over here. Path मतलब क्या? C drive, G drive, नीति folder, online lecture, web design, online PPT, chapter 2, इतना सब देने की जरूरत नहीं है. क्यों जरूरत नहीं है? Because दोनों भी चीज एक के ही अंदर है. Understood? एक ही folder के अंदर है. Now let us save this and let us run. So the image of a girl is displayed with a height of 600 and a width of 500. Now let us see if I change this to 100 and height to 50. And then if I save, what is going to happen? The image size is reduced. So are you understanding? This depends on how much, where you want to adjust the picture and how large you want the picture to be displayed. So according to that, you have to keep on trialing and erroring, and then you have to change this width and height to adjust that particular image. Okay. Now let us see if I change this name, is it going to execute or not? See, it is not going to display. Why? Because the name with which you have saved and the name with which you are writing in the program is different. Okay. But if I change over here as girl, now will it display? Yes. Why? Because I have renamed it with the name it is. Understanding? So if I change anything over here, it is not able to search that particular name inside this folder. Are you understanding? So even if I have not closed that image tag over here, still I am able to execute or see that particular image on my screen. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Ma'am, what to do if on image on the right side?
That we will see. Let us do it step by step. First understand how to put the picture on the screen. Then उसको right, left, ऊपर, नीचे सब जगह लेके जाएंगे. Okay. So is this understood how to use the SRC attribute?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now next is the width and the height attributes. So where do we use this width and the height attribute? Again, this width and the height attributes are used with the image tag. What do they specify? They specify the width and the height of an image. They specify the width and the height of an image in what? In the form of a pixels. Because everyone has seen graph. Graph draw करने आता है सबको?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a second. Can you see my fingers?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Which is this? This is our
Yes, ma'am.
x-axis of the graph, correct?
Yes.
And this
Yes.
is the y-axis of the graph. Normal graph आपका जो पेपर पे रहता है, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
But how is your screen? Your screen is like this. कंप्यूटर का स्क्रीन ऐसा है, ठीक है? कंप्यूटर के स्क्रीन पे this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis and this point is 0,0. I repeat again. When it is a normal graph, this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, and ये जो point है, this point is 0,0. But when it is a computer screen उल्टा हो जाता है. तो कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन पिक्सल में काम करता है. तो पिक्सल कैसे रिप्रेजेंट होते हैं? दिस इज योर x, दिस इज योर y एंड दिस पॉइंट इज 0,0. ठीक है. तो अभी आपका जो कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन है उसमें जो ये वाला पार्ट है, ऐसा है ना आपका स्क्रीन, दिस इज योर स्क्रीन, ऐसा आपका स्क्रीन है, बराबर. ये आपका कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन है. तो जो ये पार्ट है, दिस इज योर x एक्सिस, दिस इज योर y एक्सिस, दिस पॉइंट इज 0,0. ठीक है. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3 एंड सो ऑन. ओके. सो आपका विड्थ और हाइट पिक्सल्स में स्क्रीन पे ऐसे दिखेगा. अंडरस्टूड? आर यू गेटिंग दिस?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So computer does not understand the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. मतलब the number understand the numbers, but the unit of that numbers is pixel. We call it as pixel. So 0,0 is what? Pixel. 0,1 pixel है. 100,100 pixel है. 500,600 pixel है. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So we specify the width and height as the attribute of an image, where width and height are mentioned on the screen with the numbers, and that numbers represent the pixels on the screen. Understood?
This like we have in the Microsoft Excel, right? We have the
Right.
top left corner as the starting.
हाँ, Microsoft Excel, बराबर. Microsoft Excel में जो बार चार्ट, ग्राफ चार्ट बनाते हो, those graphs and charts are based on the pixel, unless and until you do not specify the unit. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So now we have seen three attributes: href, src, width and height. ठीक है. href attribute is used with the anchor tag, that is a tag. src, width and height is used with the image tag. समझा है इधर सब? अब इधर तक सबको?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Any doubt so far?
Ma'am, what about image close element, close tag?
हाँ, we will do. आगे आएगा सब कुछ. शांति रखो, सब आएगा धीरे धीरे. अभी जितना पढ़ा रहे उतना समझ के लो. ओके. अभी तक तो इतना पता चल गया कि अगर इमेज क्लोज नहीं यूज करेंगे तो भी इमेज दिखता है. करेक्ट
Yes.
ना? हाँ, तो इतना
Yes.
अभी तक ध्यान में रखो. ओके. So let us go and see the next tag or a next attribute called as all attribute. ALL all. Sorry, it is alt. ALT. The required alt attribute for the image tag specifies an alternate text for an image. If an image for some reason cannot be displayed, इसका मतलब क्या है? I can use an alternate, that is ALT attribute along with the image tag. तो जब भी मेरा इमेज डिस्प्ले नहीं होता है तो क्या होगा? तभी वो टेक्स्ट डिस्प्ले होगा. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ऑल्टरनेटिव. तो अगर इमेज डिस्प्ले नहीं हुआ बिकॉज ऑफ एनी रीजन, व्हाट रीजन? नेटवर्क स्लो है, या नाम गलत दे दिया है, या कुछ दूसरा एरर है. तो अगर कोई भी रीजन के वजह से वो अगर इमेज नहीं डिस्प्ले हुआ तो क्या डिस्प्ले होगा? ऑल्टरनेटिवली टेक्स्ट डिस्प्ले होगा. क्यों ऑल्टरनेटिवली टेक्स्ट डिस्प्ले होगा? क्योंकि हमने वो एट्रीब्यूट ऑल्टरनेट यूज किया है, इसलिए. अंडरस्टूड? लेट अस सी द एग्जांपल. अगेन आई विल explain you. Everything is written inside HTML tag and everything is written inside the body tag. I have given an image, I have given a source of an image, that the image girl has to be displayed with width of 500 and height of 600. Now I have given alternate attribute ALT is equal to girl with a jacket. ये text होगा. तो ये text कभी display होगा? जब ये image display नहीं होता है तभी. So alternative is what? If a source is not displayed, alternatively display this text. Okay. If image is displayed, do not display this text. Are you understanding? So it is an alternate. Let us execute this program and see whether alternate is getting executed properly or not. So what I am telling you कि अगर image display नहीं होता है तो alternatively text display करो, but अगर image display हो रहा है तो टेक्स्ट डिस्प्ले करने की जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है. लेट अस रन द प्रोग्राम. So I have replaced the program with the program having alternate. What was the name of the image? Girl है. Either I have kept it is image girl. Okay. Now see the screen. What is the name of an image? Girl.jpg. Correct? What is written in the code? image_girl. तो ये डिस्प्ले होगा क्या इमेज? नहीं होगा. तो अगर इमेज डिस्प्ले नहीं होगा तो उसको क्या डिस्प्ले करना है? ये टेक्स्ट डिस्प्ले करना है. Why? Because I have written it using an attribute called as alt. So let us save this program and let us run. So can you see the text?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Why
ma'am.
this text has
Yes,
come?
ma'am.
Because why the
Yes,
text
ma'am.
has come? Because the image didn't come. Now let us do one thing. Put the name of the image correct. And let us observe the output. Can you see anywhere text displayed?
No.
No, ma'am.
Let
No,
me-
ma'am.
Let
No,
me
ma'am.
decrease. Let me decrease the size so that you can see properly. Can you see the text anywhere on the screen?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No,
So-
ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yes. So did you understand? If this is not happening, use the alternative thing. If this is happening, do not use the alternative thing. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the function of the alternate attribute? It is used to display the text alternatively only when the image is not displayed properly on the screen. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am.
What if we miss out on a SRC tag, source tag, means source attribute?
That means you forget to mention the source attribute only.
Yes,
So let us see that what is happening.
and keep the alt attribute.
Let us see. Let us see. That means you want only alt attribute and nothing of the source attribute.
Yes.
Okay, let me share the screen again. Okay, so I have removed the source. Wait. I have removed the source. So is there a source in the program?
No.
Okay, I will save the program as it is. Let me run. You will find only the alternate tag. Okay. So even if you remove the source, if you keep the alternate, it will display only the alternate. So it will happen with every case wherever anything is wrong with respect to the image source. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have seen how many attributes href used with the anchor tag. 3 attributes of images. First attribute as source, second as width and height, and third one as alternative. Okay, alternate. Okay. Now let us see if I want to put some animation. Okay, have you seen web pages with animation?
Yes.
Yes.
We have web pages also with the animation. So if I want to put the animations, how do I put animations? I can put animations by using the image tag itself. Where do I specify the path of that particular animated name or animated image? Inside the SRC attribute. So how do I do that? See, I have HTML open, I have HTML close, I have body open, I have body close. What I want to put is I want to put an animated image. So what type of a tag I have to use? I have to use a image tag. Which attribute allows me to put the name of an image? SRC. So along with image, I have used which attribute? SRC attribute. What is this programming.gif? It is nothing but an animated name of my animated video or a name of my animated image. Programming.gif. What is this alternative? If this GIF is not displayed, it should display me the name as computer man. Okay. How it's what should be the size in which it has to be displayed? If it is a GIF, it always have to be used with a style tag. Okay. What is that style? It specifies the width and the height. Width as 48 pixels and height as 48 pixels. Now observe the difference. If it was image, we were not using this style. and we were neither specifying px as pixel. We were just specifying the numbers. Why? Because it was image. Now, if it is an animated image, we have to make use of this style. So style is equal to open the quotes, double quotes, width colon 48 pixel, semicolon, height colon 48 pixel, again semicolon, and then close the double quotes. Okay. Let us run this program and see whether I can see the animated image or not. Let us first, can you see the program?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let us first remove this alternate and not confuse ourselves. So we have, now where is this programming.gif? Again, it is in the same folder where my program is there. Okay. Can you see that programming.gif?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So let us save and execute the program. So this is what is an animated image I can see of a programming person. Okay. Now, just give me a moment. I've got a call from principal madam. Just hold on. Hello. हाँ 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 Okay. So did we execute?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you see this GIF image?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So now what will happen if I put an alternate over here? Oh, sorry. What will happen if I put an
It will
alternate?
show the
So if I change something in that GIF, that means I have changed the name now. So if I execute, it will show me the alternative name. So if I want to change the width and height, can I do that? Yes.
yes.
I
Yes.
can also do that. So let us see, but I have to change this programming. Okay, done. Now let us see. So I have changed the width and the height also. Understood? So we have seen that if it is any kind of a GIF, such kind of a GIF can also be displayed on your web page. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let us move ahead now. Everything is understood up till here?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let us see what is going to happen over here. have you seen that there are many of the websites where we click on an image and that image takes us to a new page? Have you seen something like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Many times what happens, it is a text and a hyperlink is on the text. जो अभी हमने पढ़ाई किया कि अगर हम टेक्स्ट है, टेक्स्ट के ऊपर क्लिक करो तो हमको नए पेज पे लेके जाता है. But in many of the websites we also have an image, and when we click on that image it takes us to some website. So how is that done? लिंक के लिए हमको क्या लगेगा? href tag, और इमेज के लिए हमको क्या लगेगा? source tag. So when I combine both of these, what is going to happen? When I click on image, that particular link will get open. Okay, so see the code now. I have HTML open, I have HTML close, I have body open, I have body closed. Is everything written inside the body? Yes. Body के अंदर लिखा है तो जो भी लिखा है वो काम करेगा. Now what did I say? When I click on an image, that particular link should get open. So for link, we make use of which tag? And tag a tag with an attribute href. Okay, tag a with an attribute href. If I want to display image, I make use of a tag image with an attribute src. Okay, so now let us see. A href equal to https w3schools.com/html/html images.asp. What is happening? ये लिंक खुलेगा. कभी खुलेगा? when I click on a image. Have I closed the anchor tag over here? इधर मैंने एंकर टैग क्लोज किया है क्या? नहीं. क्यों मैंने उसको इमेज के बाद क्लोज किया है? क्योंकि मुझे इमेज पे क्लिक करने के बाद ये दिखना चाहिए. यस और नो? इफ आई क्लोज इट ओवर हियर, व्हाट विल हैपन? लिंक अलग से दिखेगा, इमेज अलग से दिखेगा. इफ आई क्लिक ऑन इमेज, कोई लिंक ओपन नहीं होगा. क्यों? बिकॉज इट इज नॉट इनसाइड द एंकर टैग. But if I put it inside the anchor tag, what will happen? When I click on this image called as smiley.gif, at that time it will open this particular link when I click on that particular image. Are you understanding?
Yes.
Yes.
Let us
Yes,
run
yes,
and
ma'am.
see the program. Okay. Wait a minute. Can you copy the program from your screen? Is it possible? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
No.
We would have to write everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think.
See, wait, I don't have this smiley.gif image. Let me first download it. Or I can do one thing, I can show you on an online editor. Just give me a moment.
And we can change the GIF icon that we have already in our computer, that is computer.
We'll just show the programming.gif, na?
हाँ चलो वो ले लेते हैं. Very good. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
See ना? दिख रहा है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Okay. See. So what is done in the program?
मैम PDF वाला स्क्रीन दिख रहा है.
एक सेकेंड. अभी HTML वाला नोटपैड का स्क्रीन दिख रहा है ना?
नहीं.
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
No.
एक मिनट. I will share it again. Wait. अभी दिख रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. So see what we have done. I have
Yes.
changed it to programming.gif. So when I click on this, क्या खुलना चाहिए? W3 schools का वेबसाइट खुलना चाहिए. Okay. Image का साइज कितना होना चाहिए? 100 by 100 pixel. Okay. So I will save this and let us run now. So when I run, can I see the image?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
Can I
ma'am.
see the link?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Can I see the link?
No, ma'am.
When
ma'am.
will I
No,
be
ma'am.
able to see the link? When I
No.
click. So when I click, can I now see the link? Yes, I can see
Yes.
the
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
link.
Yes.
Why can I see this? Because what I have done is I have added this image and this link before I close the anchor tag. Now let us see if I close this anchor tag over here. If I click on an image, is anything happening?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
But when I click on this visit, what will happen? Then it will take me to
Cursor
that
change.
particular page. So do you understand what is happening? If you don't,
Yes, ma'am.
1 minute, let me enlarge this. If you close this anchor tag over here itself, and if you try to say that when I click on image and the link will open, it will not happen. So to do that, what you have to do is, you have to close this anchor tag after you write about a image. And when you do so, you will be able to click on the image and then see the link. Are you all did you understood this?
Yes,
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 ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes.
You told me when we are using animated images, so we have to write the width and height using style.
Yes. But see, what is happening, even if I use a GIF image with only the width and height, it is allowing me. Okay. So let us see, remove this. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Let us see like this only. See, it is allowing. Okay. So you can embed it with the style as well as you can write with width and height also. Okay. Both is possible. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So let us go ahead. Can you see the screen?
No, ma'am.
No.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No.
No.
Now can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So now next attribute is the style attribute. Okay. Now what is this attribute going to do? The style attribute is used to add the styles to an element. What kind of elements? We have seen many elements like HTML element, body element, heading, paragraph. All these are the elements. So to these elements, if we want to add a style, we can add a style to these elements also. How we can add a styles to these elements? By making a use of an attribute called as style. What styles we can put, like color, font size, all these styles can be added. So let us see now. How do we add them? See, we have a paragraph. We have used an attribute called as style with the paragraph. What style we are going to apply? Color red. Okay, we have used only one style, that is color red. What is to be displayed? This is a red paragraph. So when this line will be displayed on the screen, what will be the color of the line? The color of the line will be red.
Yes.
Why it will be red? Because I'm used the attribute called as style to it. Are you understanding? So when I run the program, let us run the program and see what is going to happen. So my program has the start of HTML. It has close of HTML, start of body, close of body. I have a paragraph start, a paragraph end. What is to be written in the paragraph is this. Okay. But in the paragraph tag, I have used the attribute called as style. What is that style? The style is color applied to the text should be red. So now let us run the program and see. Can you see the text in the red color?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes.
when will this
Yes, ma'am.
happen? When you make a use of a style by using the appropriate style as color red inside the element called as paragraph. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, do we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
to use semicolon after the color?
Yes, you have to use.
Oh.
That is the syntax. See,
Okay.
what did I say? Syntax has to be used as it is. अगर जिधर कोट है उधर कोट्स आना ही चाहिए, डबल कोट तो डबल कोट, सिंगल कोट तो सिंगल कोट. If that is not there, it will create a problem while displaying the output on the screen.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So this was all about the style attribute. Now next is the language attribute. Okay, two more attributes and then we'll stop for the day. So we have a next attribute called as language attribute. What is this language attribute? You should always include the language attribute inside the HTML tag to declare that particular language for the web page. Now, if you want that web page should be in a specific language and should be displayed in a specific language, and if you want to do that, where you have to supposed to specify this, you are supposed to specify this on the HTML tag. So if you see the example, HTML lang is equal to en. Where is that language specified? It is specified in the HTML tag itself. Which language? The language English. That means your page ahead will be displayed in which language? It will be displayed in an English language. Okay. You have many such languages. All those languages can be searched on the internet. And what are the initials? Those initials you have to mention here inside the double quotes. And then you can check whether it is getting that web page displayed on that particular language or not. Okay. So you
तो
will
मैम if you want to end that मतलब HTML को end करना होगा तो /HTML language
इधर है ना नीचे. नहीं. See, am I ending the attribute separately anywhere? No. None of the attributes are ended separately. They are ended with the tag itself. तो अगर HTML के अंदर लिखा है तो HTML का end होगा. पैराग्राफ के अंदर लिखा है तो पैराग्राफ का एंड होगा. हेडिंग के अंदर लिखा है तो हेडिंग का एंड होगा. इमेज के अंदर लिखा है इमेज का एंड होगा. None of them are ended separately. Attributes cannot be ended. Only the tags and elements can be ended. Okay.
Ma'am, if we don't write any language attribute in, then by default it will get into English, right?
Yes, that is what we are seeing. अभी तक हमने देखा. Did we specify language? No.
No.
So by default it will display in English.
English.
Only. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we are not going to try this. Can you all try at your home?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Not having desk.
No, don't have?
Desktop.
Computer. No, miss.
कंप्यूटर नहीं है तो you don't no problem. W3 I am putting it in the chat box. एक वेबसाइट है www.w3schools.com. इस पे HTML पे जाके आप ऑनलाइन रन कर सकते हो आपके मोबाइल पे भी. अंडरस्टूड?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ ठीक है. Let us go to the last attribute called as title attribute. What is title attribute? It defines some extra information about the element. So are you aware what is a title?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
It gives us the title to a browser or to that particular page. But now if you see in this example, I have used a title with the header. We can also use a title as a tooltip. आपको पता है tooltip क्या होता है?
नहीं.
Okay, I will.
No, ma'am.
Wait a minute.
No.
Let us run and see. You will understand what is tooltip. Understand the code first. Can you see the screen? PPT दिख रहा है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
What I have written here,
Yes.
P title. Paragraph को title है. I am a tooltip. Okay. Mouse over this paragraph to display the title attribute as tooltip. Okay, let me copy this and let us understand what this code is actually trying to do and what is a tooltip. Okay. I am going to save this and let us run this. Wait a minute. Okay. Can you see the screen?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Now can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I have written my HTML. I have closed the HTML. I have written body. I have closed the body. I have written a title. Let us remove this title unnecessary. Okay. I have used a title attribute inside my paragraph. What I have written is in the paragraph, mouse over this paragraph to display the title attribute as tooltip. Okay. What is told? Mouse over this paragraph. But that means when I touch the paragraph, what it should display? It should display me that I am a tooltip. Okay. Everything is written inside the paragraph. And I have closed the paragraph tag. Let us run this. Now see. Now, when I touch on this particular paragraph, it is showing me a tooltip that I am a tooltip. Can you see that?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
So what is the meaning of a tooltip? Whenever you want to display some information in a hidden format, you can do that in a form of a tooltip. That means whenever like this, the user cannot see, but when a user touches to that particular paragraph, it can see that particular information. Okay. So you can do this on a website by using the concept of this title enclosed inside the paragraph. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is everyone understood about this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So before we end up, let us take a small revision about what we have done today. We have seen what is an HTML. We have seen what is a full form of HTML. We have seen what is the structure of an HTML. We have seen what are elements of HTML. We have seen one of the empty element called as break. Then we have seen attributes of HTML. First attribute was, what was the first attribute?
href.
href was the first attribute. Then we had seen image source, we had seen width and height. After that, we had seen the alternative to the text. Then we have seen the styles applied to the text. Then we have seen style applied to the text like fonts and colors. Then we had seen the language, and then we have seen the title.
Attribute.
Okay. Have you understood up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. From next lecture, we will be starting with block level tags. Okay. Understood till here, everyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
No doubts. So it is assumed that everyone has understood. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So we see for C1 and C2, not C1, C2. All the three batches, are you aware you belong to which particular batch?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now see, for both the practicals, let it be a web design practical or let it be a ICT practical. For both the practicals, batches will be same even if your enrollment numbers are given. मतलब आपको आपके रोल नंबर मिल जाएंगे, उसके बाद भी आपको यही बैच फॉलो करना है. Your batch
will we get iCards?
iCards are not that is not my department, so I can't tell you when you will get the iCard. Now, once when your enrollment number is received, still you will be having. Why are your cameras off?
it's on, ma'am.
Even if your enrollment number, मतलब roll number मिलने के बाद भी आपका batches same रहेगा. You have to sit in the same batch for the entire semester. ठीक है, next semester में जाओगे तभी we will shift you according to your enrollment numbers. Now for ICT, C1 batch I am going to take. C2 and C3 batch will be taken by Jayesh sir. ठीक है, अभी C और ICT का थियरी शायद वर्षा मैडम ले रहे हैं, करेक्ट ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, ICT के थियरी में क्या क्या हुआ है?
फर्स्ट चैप्टर का एक्टिव कंपोनेंट तक हो गया है.
अच्छा, if you do you have the syllabus?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me the first experiment from the syllabus. Let me stop the recording.